I'm going to be cutting two pieces for my front because of the design I want in front, which is the lacy tip of the lace. Okay, so I'm pinning down right now. So after pinning down my pattern on the fabric, I've got the waist. If you can see the waistline, the hip line, and the knee. So there are so many videos on how to cut, you know, the mermaid skirt. But to be on the safe side, I'm using my own pattern first to cut it out. I tried it on my body to see if it's gonna make sense. And I have my dart. I have my dart drafted out. So I'm going to be cutting out my design. So right now I have about 3 yards of tulle material. So we are going to be draping at this point. So I have my corset on the mannequin right now. So for that style, we're going to be draping. So I'm pinning the shoulder. So this is what we're going to be achieving for the front, and I'll cut out the sleeve area. I'll cut out the sleeve and then do the same with the other side. Okay, So at this point, let me cut out. Okay, so at this point, I've already done my draping. I've cut out the front, the first and the two sides, and then the back too. So I put in the net, the whole net, just the one net at the back, and then I'm going to be cutting out the sleeve. I will sew the shoulder. I will sew the sides. I'm going to sew the sides, and then I will show you how it comes out afterwards before we do the sleeves. Okay, so at this point I'm starting with the back. So I'm going to be doing the zipper allowance first. Remember, we have our zipper allowance. So that's what I'm starting with. And then, let's go. And I'm going to be doing the darts first. So this is the point you'll be needing your ruler or your tape measure. So for my dart all together at the back, I have 1 inch. So I'm going to be using half on one side, half each on one side for the dart. So let's do that now. So you can use your chalk to get the measurement. Okay, so half an inch for the dart. I'm going to be using my chalk to mark that side. And then you can make it and make it 5 inches long. Okay, let's get it. Did you pause them? Oh my God. Okay, stop it. So this is the front pattern. So we are doing the same process that we did for the back with the front. So let's get started. Don't forget we are going to be having a slit in the front. So this is the two patterns, the two fabrics for the front. Here we're starting with the darts. The same process as the back. Half an inch for each of the sides. Half an inch. Okay. And 5 inches long. So this is the front pattern. Remember, we have two sides. So I'm going to be sewing the middle part, and that's it. I just pinned it together. Oh. So after taking the tulle out from the mannequin, I'm going to put them together like this, like so. Okay. And then I will put it on the machine and sew together. Just to have you know, just not to have problems when sewing your shoulders together. Got it. This is the... So now we are trying to measure. So remember, this is our design, and these sleeves are like folded sleeves. You're using the tool to do like folding the sleeves together. So now I'm going to be measuring my sleeve to know the exact amount I need. So I don't have anybody to help me, so I'm doing this by myself. So I'm getting now, for the length of the sleeve, I got 28. I'm going to be measuring it to my wrist. And for the round sleeve under my arm, I got 14, and then I'm measuring the round sleeve here at my ankle. I got 11. And then I'm going to measure in my wrist area. So for here I got 8. So now what else? I'm supposed to be measuring this as well. If you have anybody to do the measurement for you, good for you. Why don't? So for the round sleeve, I got 22. Okay. At this point, I have drafted out my sleeve. Okay, this is how long I want my sleeve to be. And I'm going to get 2 of these sleeves. 2 sleeves. So I folded my tulle into 2, and I'm going to be gathering them together with the sleeve, pin them together, gather the tulle, the sleeve together with the pattern, and then you sew on the machine. So this is how it's going to be. You're going to be gathering them and then sew with the pattern. That's why you have to get 2 patterns. Sew with the pattern and you tear it out afterwards. So this is the sleeve. You have to make sure you first of all make a pattern paper, and then you put your tulle on the sleeve, and then make sure there is a line in the middle, and then you gather until you get to the last part. You gather until you get to the bottom of the sleeve, and then you sew from the middle. You sew the sides. You make sure you gather the sides as well, gather the other side as well, then sew the end of the sleeve, and then make sure you sew the top of the sleeve. So this is the finished product of the sleeve. So you're sewing sides, both sides, you're sewing the top, and you're sewing the edge, you're sewing the middle as well. So you're starting from the middle, then you go to the sides, you sew the bottom, and then you sew the top. So after sewing every part of the areas, let me sew this last part. So after, we are going to be tearing out the pattern. You have to be careful tearing this out.